And Nick is here from Kubota. Good morning.
Good morning, Mary and Brian and Ashley, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. And I was just doing a little research here and finding out. We'll get to this in a little bit, I hope. But talking about robots like Kubota robots, which I thought was a kind of cool thing that. That's where we're getting to, having robots do all the heavy lifting. So
it's in the future.
It's in the future, and probably the not too distant future. But let's talk about, we are in the middle of winter. It's the middle of January, and folks should be thinking about their farm equipment, just like you would think about getting your car maintained, your house maintained, farm equipment maintained as well. It's very important.
That's exactly right, Mary. We talk a lot when we're in the sales process about productivity, reliability, and operator experience. And that all starts and ends with making sure that your equipment is serviced properly and on a regular schedule. Manufacturers put those out as to what needs to be done, and now being a downtime is the perfect time to get your equipment in and get it serviced, ready to go for spring. And we offer early bird discounts right now at 10% off. That's pickup, delivery, parts, service. So now's the time to call our location, 239-2421, to schedule that and try to get that taken care of.
People wait until it's like a week before they're going to mow their grass till they bring them in for service, don't they?
The morning of.
Right?
That happens
okay.
a lot.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, and beat the crowd.
Absolutely. And, we have some excellent technicians there at Kubota Lynchburg, and they do a phenomenal job. But it's one of those things that you will have things that pop up from time to time. But if you're being proactive in the service and maintenance of your equipment, it saves you a lot of time and effort in the long run.
I mean, it's just like your car. You get your oil change. I mean, it's not 3,000 miles anymore. It's 7,500 or whatever it is for your car. And so you expect that you're going to get, more use out of it. It's going to last longer.
That's exactly right. And equipment's not cheap. It's stuff that you definitely put out a fair amount of money for. So it's certainly worth taking the preventative measures to make sure that you're maintaining it and have it ready to go when you need it.
Let's talk about Ventrac. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Ventrac is a unique piece of equipment that has a very soft footprint, especially when you add dual tires to it. It comes in different configurations as far as being able to do turf management, property management needs. You can put up to 35 or so attachments on it, such as trenchers, different types of finish mowers, stump grinders. There's all kinds of great tools that can be added to that. And we're finding more and more of a demand for it because of, you all mentioned it earlier on your show as I was listening, it's harder and harder to find good help. And if you have one piece of equipment that you can put different tools on to do all kinds of variable tasks, it makes it easier when you have one or two people that can do that and know that piece of equipment and do a lot of tasks with it.
Well, let me ask you, because I was looking on, I'm surprised how many videos of tractors there are on YouTube with the Ventrac. They post them, but it looks like just people who have them. And do I take it that these things are known for being able to go through bad conditions? Because people are like on muddy hillsides and things like that, where I would expect, like my grandfather's riding mower would have gotten stuck.
Yes, absolutely. They have all-wheel drive, which means that you have all your wheels turning at the same time. They articulate and oscillate, so it make sure that the wheels are on the ground at all times. They'll handle up to 30 degrees slopes, and they can go through just about anything. With it having up to 8 wheels on it, it really lessens the turf damage and the ground it getting stuck because of the 8 wheels and it dispersing the weight in different ways.
So is this the kind of thing that you would use like on a golf course?
They are used on golf courses. We see a lot of municipalities. We see a lot of land management, property management companies, your landscapers that are doing finish yards, overseeding, aerating on those yards. They're really designed for special application in tough land management.
And what sort of variety do you have? I mean, do you have like the small, like the 30 or 40 horsepower all the way up to gosh knows what?
No, when these, we offer three different models. So a gas-powered Kawasaki, Kubota powered diesel, and a Kubota gas model. They range from 25 horsepower up to 32 horsepower. So they're not high horsepower machines. They're just, the horsepower is put where it's needed to be able to accomplish tough tasks in tough terrains.
What's the coolest thing? Like you mentioned a stump grinder. Like what's the coolest thing? I picture like
Side by sides.
when you get a vacuum cleaner. Oh, I don't even know what that is. But
Brian's still thinking back to our first
We talked about
conversation.
that last time, yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
only one of these things I've really used before. They're a lot of fun to cruise around in.
I'm still waiting for you to come to the lot, Brian, so I can see you kind of spin around and do donuts.
I have a feeling
stuff.
they'd be a lot slower with me driving than with a lot of other people, possibly.
Well, that's one thing about the Kubotas. They will only go but so fast. Other than one gas model, they'll only go up to 25 miles an hour. So I'm not too concerned about you, Brian.
But that, trust me, that feels a lot faster than you think. It's
It
not.
does.
You're not in your car.
That's right.
Do you have anything that could like scoop Brian up and carry him around?
We could accomplish that, I'm sure. We've got some machinery that I'm sure we could find something that would take care of that.
Back was like, no, please, no, don't make me do that.
I would love it. You're flailing around. No, what are some other like a stump grinder? You mentioned cool stuff.
Yeah, trenchers.
What does that mean?
So a trencher, like if you're going to put in cables, underground cables, water lines, I actually used the trencher myself, did about 300 feet of hydrants to go out to different places on my property, and did 300 feet. And I at the time was very much a novice using the equipment, and I did 300 feet in less than 35, 40 minutes, which is pretty phenomenal.
Is that the kind of thing that could help people with drainage issues on their property?
Absolutely. Yeah, we see a lot of people that will use that trencher, set up lines and run French drains for the lines, and to run maybe their downspouts, drainage off of their downspouts from their gutters as well.
So French drain, so the water's able to retreat that much more quickly downhill, right? I'm sorry.
It waves a little white flag.
No.
Little pot shots at friends. I'm sorry.
It's always fun. So let's talk about construction. What sort of equipment do you have out there for people if they're on the job site? If they're, they got to build a house, a commercial building, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have skid steers that are available, both wheeled and track loaders. Some people use skid steer and track loader interchangeably. And we offer those from a 65 horsepower, 75 horsepower, and on the track loaders up to 95 horsepower. We also offer articulated loaders that will handle loads from 5,500 up to about 10,000 lift capacity. They are a phenomenal machine. And then we also offer the full line of excavators, and in my opinion, it's one of the finest pieces of equipment Kubota makes. They make phenomenal equipment, but the excavators are just very well built. And
what sets them apart from the competitors?
The robustness of their undercarriage, the efficiency of the hydraulics, and the wearability. When we sell an excavator, other than regular service, there is really very few times that they come back that there has been something that is a warranty situation. They are just phenomenal machines, and in my opinion, one of the best machines on the market.
So, I mean, if you're following the maintenance plan, you're getting the warranty. I mean, you can expect to have that thing for 20 years or longer?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. What we do find is if they do come back and they're back on our lot, it's from where needs have changed for that user. So maybe they've gone down in size or gone up in size. But as far as that machine fitting the needs at that time, there isn't a cause for them to come back.
How much of a can you get of a sort of a one size fits all? Because it seems to me like if you're on a single family home, you're going to have different needs than if you're putting up an apartment building or a small office building or something.
Yeah, we offer everything from about a 1,500-pound machine all the way up to Kubota's largest lineup to about a 17,000-pound machine, and they're rated by tonnage anymore. So one of our most popular machines is KX040, which ends up being a 4-ton machine, somewhere right around 9,000 pounds once you have a thumb and different attachments on it. But one of the other big factors with it is it keeps most people under a CDL requirement for being able to move it from location to location. But it is a phenomenal machine, and head-to-head with most other competitors, it will come out on top as far as its versatility, the way it operates, just the way it's built and how strong it will hold up and last.
Nick, remind folks where you're located.
We're located on 29 South, just as you head down the hill past the airport, going out of Lynchburg on the left-hand side. And we'd love for you all to give us a call to schedule your service and maintenance needs. Stop by the lot anytime. We're more than happy to have customers stop by to check prices, run equipment on our lot to see how it feels for them, to discuss what their needs are and how our equipment can best suit their needs.
Thanks, Nick. We'll talk to you again soon. We want to hear more about those remote-controlled tractors, too, next time. Okay?
Sounds great. Thank you, guys.